the rise and fall of powers is hardly a new thing. But China is so different from Western nation states, the US, Britain, France, Germany, that have dominated hitherto, that there is an extraordinary kind of inability to understand what China's all about.
隨住中國發展一日千里，一啲美西方國家終日憂慮自身地位受到挑戰，繼而作出種種打壓中國嘅舉措。馬丁雅克呢一位劍橋大學專研國際政治嘅中國通認為，西方對中國社會一竅不通，先會將中國視為威脅。
Civilization rather than a nation state. And so China's way of seeing things is rather different. That's why I think the idea that it's a threat in the way that, say, the Soviet Union was during the Cold War is wrong. And I don't think China has those kind of ambitions. But I think China wants to expand, its influence in terms of Chinese notions of, about its history, about chronology. These are all important. The West has been brought up thinking that, basically the world belongs to the West. And then suddenly there's this huge sort of phenomenon and the West is totally ill-equipped. This is why, by the way, when the present stage happened with Trump and so on, the language that's dominated the Western response to China is the language of the old Cold War, the language of the relationship with the Soviet Union. In other words, an inability to comprehend China.
佢亦都提到英國殖民唯獨香港，而香港極需改變。咁具體應該點樣做呢？
Because the world around it has changed so profoundly, especially China. So a lot of Hong Kongers, they think westwards, they never thought northwards. Hong Kong, as an international financial center, has become also increasingly cynicized, if you like. In other words, the presence of China in Hong Kong, financially and in business terms, has become and will become much more important. What really hit me when I first started going to Hong Kong in the mid-90s was what a colonial place it was. I was a British people personality going to Hong Kong. And these were all in many ways a legacy of British colonialism. We're looking here for a big cultural shift. And I know we're going to maybe discuss this later, but one of the problems I had in Hong Kong when my friends came, because we lived there for a while, were coming from the West, was to show them something Chinese. Actually, that was very difficult in Hong Kong because 156 years of British colonialism had deprived, in many ways, the Hong Kong population of their Chinese heritage. And so there's a lot of things that need changing, which can't all be changed overnight. If we know the direction that Hong Kong needs to be moving, this can be done.